Hello Barrington High School, I'm Alex Gaul, here to get an inside look at the Barrington Broncos. Take a listen as the coaches provide an inside perspective about how the Broncos are getting ready for homecoming. We're going inside Barrington football, so let's get out there. Alright, so guys, I'm here with Coach Wire, of the offensive coordinator of the Barrington Broncos football team. Coach Wire, you can make a good argument that you guys are one of the best offenses in the MSL this year. What has been the key to having success early in the season?
Well, I think one of the most important things is who we have at quarterback. Daniel Kubiak has been outstanding this year and putting us in the right positions. He's been, checking the hot reads, being able to get the ball to our playmakers, and there's no doubt without him, that's where it all starts. Up front, our line has played outstanding, working different types of calls, and again, most importantly, it's been a collective team effort, no doubt about it so far.
All right, guys, I'm here with Coach Helzer, the defensive coordinator for the Broncos. Coach, the Bronco defense has held its opponents to under 60 points so far. How are you guys doing in managing the defensive side of the ball?
We focus on running to the ball, not trying to give up any big plays. 11 guys running to the ball tends to limit big plays and scores. We're doing a nice job putting pressure with our front four, which allows us to drop 8 back into coverage. So it's been a good team effort, but it starts up front. So it's been fun.
Coach, even with quarterback Dan Kubiak throwing for just under 300 yards last game, running back Damaso Mkwanzi rushed for over 80 yards. How are you guys balancing the running game with the passing game?
Well, I think that to be a balanced offense makes it very difficult for us to stop. To be truthful, we think that our running backs can even get more yards on the ground, and that's going to be one of the keys. Oftentimes you hear about ground games setting up the passing game, and in high school football I think the dynamics are changing. We have guys that can throw the football. Daniel's obviously one of those kind, and we have several quarterbacks that can do that as well. Our goal is to get Daniel into a rhythm, but ultimately that's the guy that's going to be able to do that is going to be our running backs, and right now so far, with Damaso and even Dylan Abel and JT Henderson before that, we had guys that were getting a lot of yards on the ground. We're hopeful to get a 100-yard rusher here pretty soon, hopefully in this next game.
Coach, with homecoming coming up in 2 weeks against arch rival Fremd, are you guys doing anything different to prepare for that?
No, I think that's the key, is that we're going to treat it just like any other game. Homecoming is a big day for the community, for the fans, for the alumni, but from a coaching staff and a player's perspective, we're going to prepare just like it's a regular game. We were lucky enough to play week 1 on a Saturday, so we've been through the routine, and we'll just try to keep it as simple as we can and as normal as we can.
So what's been your favorite moment with your team this year?
Ultimately it's been practices. Where we get all of our continuity is through the practice. Whether we went to NIU and had a nice special trip up there, the bonding experiences when we're working at something called the Champions Manual, those have been my favorite parts, because to be honest with you, all of the work ethic and the process is what has translated to the success on the field. I think the guys would probably say the same, and the best part is to watch that happen. If you were to pick maybe a moment in the game, I would say that several Scotty Miller big plays has been huge. Without question, taking it to the house about 80 yards, 76 yards is always exciting, especially for the fans. But there's no doubt so far for us, personally as a coaching staff, it's been what's behind the scenes. It's been great.
Coach, what's been the change from being a team that won 3 games total last year to a 4-0 team?
I think a little bit is our attitude on how we approach the game. We have a lot of guys back that experienced that 3-6 season last year, and we try not to talk too much about it, but I think that was the motivation in the offseason. We had 10 sophomores on the team last year, and those guys are playing a lot this year. So I think it's a mentality. We've been in some close games, and last year maybe we weren't mature enough to win and finish those games, but we've come back in 3 of our 4 wins. So it's definitely a mindset and some experience.
All right, Bronco fans, that's been your inside look at the Barrington Broncos football team. The Broncos are in action this week against the Fremd Vikings. Now back to you guys in the studio. I'm Alex Gaul, signing off.